Today is August 31st, and we're at the caravan park at Ayers Rock Resort, which is kind of like being in a car park for camper trailers, tents, and caravans. We've seen the biggest caravan since we've been on the road. At some point we might post a photo of it. And here we are in our little Alti, sitting in the morning sun. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We've missed the sunrise at Uluru because basically we slept in. We did a long walk around the Olgas, the mountain range outside of Uluru, and we also did a walk with the park ranger in the morning. So basically, I can speak for Daniel too. We're kind of rooted this morning, but satisfied. I think at some point I'll talk for a longer time about rocks, and this is a perfect place to have that kind of exposition, because the Uluru rock is reputed to be the biggest monolith in the world, apart from it being very beautiful and a powerful icon of Australia. We learned lots about the connection with the Aboriginals yesterday in the talk that the ranger gave us. It's really a privilege to be here. And I'll turn you over to Daniel.
Well, this is about 2 days ago now that we're talking. Our last recording was after we'd arrived here, but before we'd actually looked at anything except the campground and a cafe.
And rain on the...
Yes. I didn't quite get that, but oh yeah, that's what I was about to get to, is that I'm being prompted about what I should say, but yes, I'm about to say it, and I'm not getting it out. When we arrived, it was kind of rainy. Well, it was more than kind of rainy. It was rainy. It was wet, puddles everywhere, the bright orange mud all over everything. But we saw that there was some... I just happened to look it up, and there was an old article from the Herald talking about what a special treat it was to see Uluru in the rain. And so we thought, oh, okay, let's go do that. Now, the thing about Uluru is that it's totally iconic. Everybody knows it. Everybody's seen a million pictures of it. And so I had a sense of what it was going to be. What happened on, what day was that, Monday, was that we were driving along, and it was basically, we couldn't see anything in the distance. And so we were driving. We didn't know. It was 15, 20 kilometers to get to Uluru from here. And we didn't see anything, didn't really, we were just waiting to see how, where it was. We thought it was a bit further before we could see it. And suddenly, through the clouds, Eve pointed out this very dim outline of this mass. It was like, because of the way we saw it, we got the size of it immediately. We never saw the distant shot that everybody's seen the picture of, and it was just stunning. It was so big and so huge. I don't think I ever got a sense of the scale of it, and I don't know if I would have gotten a sense of the scale of it really just by coming here, except the way it was exposed to us, which I thought was really, really special. And then we went and we walked around the rock for a while, taking a bunch of pictures that I'm sure we're going to be posting. of waterfalls and water streaming down the rock, and just something that you're not going to see every day. There's some shots that just look like a little waterfall in a beautiful nature place, but it's really it's a waterfall on Uluru, and we thought that was kind of special too. And then they walk around the Olgas, and from a distance you think the Olgas are like a bunch of smaller. No, this is a car park that he was describing, so you're hearing the vehicles go on by, and they're mostly big diesels. Just to discover that the Olgas, even though from a distance they look like little brothers of Uluru, the rock is utterly different. It's all this big composite rock, and we had a really nice walk there, but it was so different. And a lot of these things, I had a sense of Kata Tjuta, which I've been struggling to remember, which because nobody calls them the Olgas anymore. That's dead and gone. Ayers Rock survives because they still call it Ayers Rock Resort. I don't think they wanted to change the name. But this has been a pretty stunning place to come. The Kata Tjuta, the real great thing about it though is we took this 7.5 kilometer walk and there were so few people. After Uluru, where there's 50, 100, 200 people everywhere you go, that was really refreshing. And yet, Uluru is pretty special. We're way over time today, so unless Eve, do you have something else to say?
Well, there'll be more.
There'll be more. So I need Eve to push the buttons because I'm wearing gloves and it won't work.